expected to move.
So do the colors mean anything?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
the points that you
They're
add up
point
at the
system.
end.
Oh, okay.
To see who gets. So I think what happens is once all the sticks are picked up, then you start over if you don't get the point value, and you play until you reach the correct point value.
I see. And you can use the stick as a...
The black one, you can only use the black one. If you,
Yeah.
Whoever gets the black one gets to use it as a...
It's the master stick.
Oh, I moved. You get all three. Can you separate them out?
No, I think I.
No?
All right.
Okay.
So that's pickup sticks.
Yes. Sorry,
Yes.
everybody. We were playing pickup sticks, which is a
Fun game.
classic game of yesterday and today.
Just make sure you get the black
Yeah.
stick first.
But essentially, all you do is you hold all the sticks in a pile, drop the pile, and then pick up sticks in turns. And then whoever gets the, and the colors represent points, and you play those certain points, which you decide between whoever playing how many points you get. And then if you get the stick that is black, then you can use it to help you win the game.
Yes.
Essentially.
Basically, yes. I have moved.
Cool.
I moved. And then if you move a stick, then your turn ends and you just put the stick back on the pile. So. And you go until you move a stick, essentially.
So it's harder than you might think.
Yes.
I kind of moved up there.
I didn't see
You
anything.
didn't say that. Okay.
So, Andrea, what life skills brought you to this moment?
I loved playing this when I was a little. I loved playing it as a girl. I played by myself, the whole only child bit,
Mm-hmm.
But every other game we've demonstrated, I have lost by so
Yeah.
much.
So this is
It's not
pickup
even
sticks.
funny.
It's fun. It's not in the collection yet, though.
But it will be.
It will be someday. Soon.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. We're actually here to
So-
talk about books, though. So we're a little behind, but I think this is how the series might go. We read Hugo Award-winning books this time around. I read this book I read some of the stories in this book by Ursula K. Le Guin called No Time for Space. And this actually is a nonfiction book. And some of these are
No time to spare.
No Time to Spare. What did I say?
No time for space.
Oh, sorry, spare. I was thinking about space. And these are collections of short nonfiction stories. Some of them, I think most of them were taken from her blog. They're very good and insightful. I personally like the ones that have cats in them, but those are really good. But it's fun to read kind of what she's thinking. And some of these too, she wrote all these when she was older in life, so they're kind of about aging and kind of the afterlife and everything like that. So they are well thought out, really well written stories, and I think anyone can pick this up and read it and find something to enjoy from it. Andre's up next.
So I read the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin, and it is a fantasy, and it is just strictly a trilogy, so you don't get bogged down with 5, 10, 20, 40 books. You can only get 3. And the book starts a little bit slow, I will admit, and so it took me a smidge to get into it to figure out what was happening. You follow these different storylines of different people, and so as I was reading, I was going, well, how are they going to all come together? And so then, as the book progressed, you finally started having the storylines come together. And I will admit that I did go back and reread the very beginning of it again, about halfway through, just to see if that would help me figure it out. And, the prologue is, let's start with the end of the world. And that's exactly what happened. You start with this guy holding forth, and he literally split a continent in half. And so you have all the lava and all that kind of stuff that's coming up. And so then, the 2 story arcs are how it got to where this guy split the continent in half, with magic and stuff like that, and then what happens to the people on that continent once it's split in half. And of course, you would have then the wind, it used to call it atomic winter, but you would have the winter of all the ash fall and stuff like that, and how that changes. It's really, really, really good. I do want to read the other 2 novels that are in this series because I really do want to find out what happens to these different people. But I will admit it starts a little bit slow, but this is one of those, if you've read the first 50 pages, to throw it away if you don't like it. You really need to stick with it because there's a lot of world building going on that you really need to understand the story. But it's really good, so I really enjoyed it.
And isn't this like one of the only trilogies to ever win the award? Like all 3 books won the best novel?
Yeah, they came out in 3 successive years, and each year the next book in the series won the Best Novel Award from the Hugo, which is, I don't know if we said, it's the awards for science fiction and fantasy.
Yeah.
So that's why Ursula Le Guin won for this, because she is she's passed away, is a science fiction fantasy writer.
And if you've never read The Wizard of Earthsea, you should do that because it's amazing.
Yes.
So are all of her other books, though, too.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll be right back because we gotta go spin a wheel so we can tell you what we're watching read next time on the Dan and Andre Show. I'm gonna do my best and use the evening late show with my cards thing. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Our next book is a thriller, and Andre and I are having a debate about what counts as a thriller, and so we decided to not tell each other what we're going to do for a thriller, but then part of the discussion will be describing why we think it could count as a thriller genre novel.
Well, see, one time I read the difference between a thrill and a suspense. Don't ask me which is which because I don't remember anymore. One was where you knew who did it. And so you are watching the character figure out who did it, even though you know who did it.
Mm.
Then the other one is where you don't know and he doesn't know, and you have this thrill ride then of trying to both figure out who did it. So one is where you know and the guy doesn't, and the character in the book doesn't know, and then there's one where you both know, and where you both have to solve it. But the thing is, I don't remember which is which.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
I guess we are. We'll just have to see what we each pick.
All right. I'm excited. And on a secondary note, we just got these cool things, and we'll be doing some more announcements about them for at some point or after. You may have seen them, but we do have these cool tickets that you can just come and ask for at the library, and they will let you into the Wichita Art Museum for free. It's a golden ticket. Just so you know, they are always free on Saturdays, so this is really for Tuesday through Friday and Sunday. But you can come get one to go to the art museum, and I think it gets you into all the kind of basic areas of the art museum in Wichita. So
Family fun in the cool weather.
Yeah, look for pickup sticks.
Here.
Oh, like this. All right. Have a great rest of your day or weekend, whenever this gets posted.
Yeah, instructions.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all she wrote.